So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the YouTube channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Peter Roberts. Now in today's video, I am fired up. I'm excited to share with you guys some of the best investments that I've made in my early 20s. Now for me, I wanted to make this video because my whole goal in life is to not only live a financially free life. The investment strategies I'm going to be talking about today have allowed me to 10x my income, really make more money in my life, and more importantly, I just want to live a financially free life. Everything that I'm doing in my 20s, everything that you're doing in your life, set yourself up for your future so one day you don't have to worry about money. You can have as much abundance in your life and, more importantly, live your dream life. Now, some of the things I want to be sharing with you guys in this video are things that my teachers didn't share with me, my friends didn't teach me, and more importantly, I've just figured out, and I wish I did them early on in life. So stay with me here. I'm going to break down exactly what I'm doing that's kind of changed my life, allowed me to make a lot more money in my 20s, as well as invest and grow my wealth for my future self. So before we get started, I'm talking a lot. I'm fired up. I'm excited to share with you guys this. Go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, as well as go ahead and smash that thumbs up. It goes a long way. So investing, the ability to put your time or money into something to hopefully create exponential growth, is something that I'm focusing a lot on in my life. Now, probably one of the first investments that I've made early on in my 20s, I probably say at 19, 18 years old, I kind of dabbled in it, but in my early 20s, 20, 21, I've just spent a lot of time, a lot of money learning, and more importantly, grew an investment account. Now, the first thing I did was started to invest in the stock market. Now, the reason that investing in the stock market has not only began to change my life, but has allowed me to build wealth in my life. As you can see here, I built a little over $50,000 investment brokerage account on Robinhood, is that I wanted to start putting my money, and you need to start putting your money into assets, vehicles that are going to multiply and make your money. Now, for me, the stock market was the first choice. So I put my money into the stock market every week. I'm investing $100 to $200 every week. But the first thing that I did was I opened up a Robinhood brokerage account. Now, the great thing about Robinhood that allows people to start gaining wealth in their life is that it makes investing in the stock market very easy. Now, at first, I didn't know how to learn. I didn't know exactly what to do. So I just went ahead and started investing in simple ETFs and index funds. So in my early 20s, I began investing, starting to put extra money that I had. But the reason that you would invest in the stock market, and the reason that I'm investing in the stock market, is because the money that you have sitting in your savings account is truly losing you money. Yeah, the money in a bank, it's a safe vehicle, but the truth is it is not making you wealthy in life. Now, the reason that people get really wealthy, and it's important for us to do this in our 20s, is they're putting their money in places to grow. And the stock market is just one of the vehicles that I choose to allow my money to grow. And more importantly, I have built a portfolio through Robinhood. And I think, and I would recommend anybody under the age of 20, anybody under the age of 18 to start learning, start investing, and start building wealth for your future self. If you don't know how to do it, go ahead and jump into some books, go ahead and jump into the internet. But more importantly, just go ahead and invest in index funds and ETFs. Tony Robbins has said something that really stuck with me. He said, if you don't know what to invest in index funds and ETFs, and you'll look back in the next 40 years and thank yourself for being that millionaire. So investing in the stock market was the first greatest investment that I've made in my life. Now, the second that I made is a little different than actually investing my money into something to make it grow. Instead, I've invested in myself, my personal development, and more importantly, secondly, invested in good habits. Now, for me, as a dropout, people might think, hey, typically you're a failure. Why did you drop out of college? There's no way you're going to build success in your life. But I focus on developing great habits in my life. Now, as a college dropout, the first thing that I began investing in was education. It's crazy. I dropped out of college 6 months ago, and I spent more time educating myself, learning, reading more books than I ever have this past year. And more importantly, I feel like I've studied so much over these past few months ever since I've left college. So the first big habit that I've had of shift in my life, an investment that I had, was directly into learning a great habit, learning, continuing to grow, and more importantly, being open to new ideas. Now, the second great habit that I've continued to invest in was waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, for me, I had a job one time in my life. I was waking up at 6 a.m. going to work, making someone else wealthy. And the truth is, I was asking myself, why am I not waking up at 6 a.m. to do this for myself? And ever since I've kind of shifted this in my mind, waking up in the morning, going out there, spending an extra hour developing myself, spending more time on my craft, often waking up early, has been something that I've really spent a lot of time in and has truly changed my life. Something about just going to bed earlier and waking up early in the morning has been something that has really changed my life, and a habit that truly allows me to get fired up in the morning, allows me to have a great day, allows me to stay productive, and more importantly, a habit that has truly changed my life. Now, the third great habit that I'm going to touch on real quick before we move on is saving money. Now, the biggest problem that I see people doing that are my age, in their 20s, late 20s, and they're 18, 19, is that they forget to save money for their future self. Now, for me, money is a big component in my life. Now, for me to have these exponentially huge financial goals in my life, well, I need to actually hold on to the wealth, deploy that wealth, but it all comes down to saving the money. Like most people, you and I. We have jobs, we have businesses, we have income streams. But the truth is, it doesn't matter how much money you make. And importantly, focusing on good financial habits has been something that has truly changed my life and something that I want you guys to really focus on in your 20s. Now, I could have went out there and bought a Rolex. I could have went out there and bought a new whip, designed myself out, and absolutely had the craziest fit around. But my thing is, I didn't want to invest in that. In the early 20s of my life, when it's so easy to go out there and live in this flex culture, go out there and buy things to post on social media, I could have done all that stuff. You can look into my brokerage account and say, hey, this kid has a little bit of money. He could go out there and ball. But for me, the past 5 to 6 years of my life, and I'm so grateful to share this, is that I've lived humbly. I didn't need nice things. I didn't need to go out there and buy new things to flex. I didn't need to go out there and seem like, hey, I'm going to go spend my money at the bars. My thing is, I was so focused on my financial habits. I've been so focused on building wealth for myself that all that BS is irrelevant in my life. Instead, I wanted to save money, invest money, grow money, and don't worry about buying things to impress people has been some of the greatest advice that I've implemented in my life. And more importantly, the most important tip, that this is the strategy to save, make, and invest and grow wealth for your future. It's simple as that. It comes down to developing great savings habits. And guess what? If you have the money coming in and you're not spending it on dumb things, well, you're going to look back in the next 5 to 10 years and be like, damn, I made a lot of money in my life because you didn't blow it on dumb things. And third, guys, one of the third greatest investments that I've made in my life, and I'm so grateful I did it, probably led me down to dropping out of college, was the ability to start businesses. Now, there's a lot of businesses that I'm working on right now, but the greatest thing that I did, the investment that I did, was not only investing in a push mower. I started a lawn and landscaping business from a push mower that I use and then my dad's truck. The truth is, I used the money that I got for my birthday presents, Christmas, all this stuff, holidays, and invested it back into equipment that's going to help me make money. So if you have this opportunity, if you're trying to start a business, use the money that you have and invest it back in your equipment. Now, the second aspect of investing in a business was the time and energy that I used to put myself out there on the internet. Like this, I spent a lot of hours every day investing and learning and trying to grow, trying to share great content, and more importantly, through this efforts, putting myself out there, going through the criticism, the hate of people on TikTok, building a follower of over 270,000 people on TikTok has now led to business opportunities. So I invested. I didn't care what people thought about in my 20s. I did the things that made me happy, and guess what? Looking back now, everything that I've done, investing in different businesses, investing myself on the internet, has led to more financial resources in my life, allowed me to have more business opportunities, and more importantly, allowed me to just go out there and start living the life that I wanted to be. Having the goal of building an online business has been something in my life, and investing my time in building an online business every day has been one of the greatest financial investments that I've made in my life, and more importantly, for my future. It takes time. Business is hard, but guys, if you focus exactly on what you want to achieve, guess what? Invest your time every day. Wake up every day building, helping yourself grow a little bit, spending a little bit of time every day. Over time, compounding results are going to help, which truly has changed my life and has changed my finances, which has led me to moving out, living on my own, allowed me to grow multiple businesses, all from the ability to go out there with a push mower, all from the ability to go out there and start multiple businesses, all from the ability of shaking great hands, and more importantly, investing and starting a business in my early 20s. Now, the fourth greatest investment I made in my 20s was something that I didn't really do early on in my life. Probably one of the struggles or mistakes that I made early on in life, and I'm so grateful I went through. Now I can look back and say, hey, I need to do this more of, because I realized how precious time is, how precious efficiency is, and more importantly, I began investing generally in things that are going to make me more money. Whether it's courses, whether it's books, whether it's a healthy diet, whether it's going to the gym, feeling good about myself, having this productive mindset, and more importantly, if I'm willing to spend my money on something that's going to make me more money, well, I never have to second guess it. Or if it's a more advanced piece of equipment for my lawn and landscaping business, or it's a better camera that's going to help produce better content. The thing is, I think, why am I not going to spend my money on that if it's going to make me more money down the line? But the truth is, I was frugal in my life. Early on, I was like, hey, why not just save more money? Why am I going to invest it back into these businesses? But one of the greatest things that really impacted me financially these past 2 years, that really helped me 10x my income, was just investing in the things that are making me money. I realized and I saw that I was putting my money back into my lawn care business, putting my money back into myself, putting money back into my mentality, my growth in life. And guess what? I was bearing and reaping the rewards for my money being spent. So instead of wasting your money on things that are going to drain your wealth, go out there and invest, or don't say no to things that are going to make you more money in life. So anytime I get presented with a product, some type of service, or a new idea that's something that's going to help me become more efficient, more timely, it's going to help me save a lot of time in life, allow me to make more money down the long term, well, guess what? I am never going to say no to it. And this is a great investment that I've made that has truly 10x my life, allowed me to have a lot more growth in my personal development, and more importantly, just gave me a lot more free time to go out there and focus on the things that we want to do in life. What I realized that in your 20s, wherever you are, is that we all have a limited amount of time on this earth. We all are battling the same 24 hours in every day. So if we can use a little bit of our financial resources, a little bit of money, and invest that money into saving our time, saving our actual attentional things that we don't want to do, we pay someone to do it, and we can focus on 100% on the things that we really want to do. Not only are we going to be happier, not only are we going to be more spontaneous, but more importantly, you're going to live a better and more focused life, and also a very more productive life. So just a few things: focusing on assets, focusing on gym memberships, a new work truck I invested in, because all these things were making me more money. Lastly, guys, probably one of the most important topics that allowed me to just really land a lot of business deals in my 20s. These opportunities came from this one thing. The fifth investment was I spent every day in my 20s, every day today, trying to build new relationships in my life. Now, I didn't expect to make this video at night, but I want to share with you guys a story that kind of just amplifies exactly what I'm sharing here. Every time I'm at a store, today I went to Lowe's, I had to pick up materials for a job. Why I met a contractor, I was shaking hands, I am meeting people, because what I realized that in your 20s, when you're 18, when you're trying to go into a career, when you're trying to build wealth for yourself, it's not about, providing a service. It's about the people that you know in life. And one of the greatest things and one of the biggest assets in my life that has really allowed me to make more money, allowed me to scale, build multiple businesses, was about the hands that I shaked. I've met so many people in my life, whether it's at the grocery store, at the gym, my friends' parents, moms, dads, is that I've presented myself. I build relationships with them. And more importantly, these connections and relationships that I built with them has led to transactional deals that has allowed to really advance my life, allow me to make more money, and more importantly, have a lot of growth in my life. So one thing that I want to focus on in my 20s, one thing that I want you to focus on in your 20s, is just making a commitment to try to meet one new person. Say hi to someone new, because you never know. Some of the greatest people talk, some of the most wealthy people in the world talk about this. You just never know when that one person, that one conversation is going to truly change your life. So give yourself that opportunity. Give yourself the chance to even make a little bit more money with that connection or with that handshake. An investment that I focus a lot of my time on in my life, because I know a simple, hey, nice to meet you, share little elevator pitch, and just get to know that person will come back and eventually change your life one day. So there's a lot of things that we get tempted with, from having good savings habits, going out there shaking hands, going out there and always investing in things that are going to make you more money, going out there waking up a little bit earlier in the day. The things that we do every day can actually build our foundation in our life. And in your 20s, if you want to retire, my goal is to retire by age 30. My goal is to take care of my family, friends, parents financially. I need to be doing things right now in my 20s that are going to impact my future, both investing in the stock market, investing in assets, saving my money for my future self, and more importantly, getting myself out there, building a brand, building myself on the internet, and putting myself in positions to grow, which will allow me to eventually become that future millionaire that I've been working on, that I'm continuing to thrive and become, and I know you want to become as well, guys. So if you made it this far, first off, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. I spit it today. I felt good, and more importantly, I just love making these YouTube videos. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up, give that subscription. It really means so much. And more importantly, guys, let me know your feedback in the comment below. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to produce another video with you guys. We're doing 3 to 4 videos every week, so I'll see you in the next video. Take care, have an amazing week, and let me know how I can help you. Love you guys. Peace out.